Hello friends, how is it going? Today I'm taking you thrifting with me because you all know that this is what I love doing the most. But this time it's not a car boot sale, it's not charity shops, it's not an antique center or anything like that. It's a yard sale trail, which is something new for me. We don't really have those here in England, well, at least in Sheffield where I live. So even if it's not in my neighborhood, I still wanted to drive there and see what it's all about. As usually, I will show you some footage and then I'll meet you back here for the haul. Enjoy!
It's square, so we can tie the top into this as well.
Disappointed because I thought, oh, till 1 o'clock we'll be fine. Thank you.
No, it's just a bit of carpet.
Thank you.
Those tables, those.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Good morning.
Morning. And built a garage. Pick it up and pretend it's
I
carpet.
think my wife would actually kill me.
And we don't care about that. Today, honestly.
It's nice. Look at all the stuff you remember. Check his memory. Thank you.
Yeah.
She just refuses to walk. She just sits down.
Probably got, if you've got change of a 20, that's great.
Soda water.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
do it.
also it's a mannequin piece from it's in Brussels, the original. It's a little model. It looks like it's actually you could actually plumb it in. Like there's an actual pipe at the back. Yeah, yeah. Treasure trove. It is, isn't it? Yeah. You never know. Yeah, how much is your desk?
Okay, so we're back. As you could see, there was a lot to choose from. Well, most of them had things, like normal things that people would declutter and want to get rid of, like clothes, children's toys, books, ugly pictures, things like that. Things that like I would declutter from my house, or maybe you. I'm sure there won't be plenty of collectibles, but there were 2 or 3 sellers that actually had what I was looking for, and I'm sure that you already guessed a few of the things that I picked up. Let's see if you were right. So the first thing that I spotted was this beautiful mirror with attached candle holder. I was so excited to find them because I've been after these wall sconces, I think they're called, for candles for quite a while. And being with the mirror was actually even better. I love the shape of the mirror and the gold tone and the leaf detail on the candle holders. It's a gorgeous piece and I was so lucky to find it before anyone else. From the same lady, I bought this pair of wall shelves with cherubs. I didn't know if I really wanted to buy them because one of them has some damage. They were £10 each, so they weren't that cheap. And while I was contemplating them, the lady said you can have them both for 15. So I accepted and I bought them. They are made of plaster and I will try to find a way to fix that damage, or at least mask it with some golden paint. I never sold anything like this before, but I thought it was worth buying them and see how they do. And from the same lady, I bought this cherub ornament. It's also made of resin and it has a hanger at the back, so you can actually put it on a wall. I think it would look beautiful in a gallery wall, especially if you have a small gap to fill and you want to use something that's not art, something that catches people's eye. What do you think? Would you put this on the wall? I paid £2 for it. And I also paid £2 for this beautiful soap dish. Look at the detail on it. I love the brass base. It looks like a rope and the little feet look like tassels. And this lady had so many beautiful things, so many that I actually got overwhelmed and maybe I should have bought more things from her. I'm sure you saw the footage and you think, oh, this is beautiful, oh, and that is beautiful. But I didn't want to spend all my money at the second seller. And I asked her if she was a collector and she said, no, these are just things that we had in our home and we are downsizing and we just wanted to sell some of them. And in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I want to see your home. If these are things that you are getting rid of, I want to see what stayed. It must be amazing. Then I went to a few other houses that were selling usual things, as I told you, like clothes and things that didn't interested me. I found this mug at one of them. I thought this Christmas tree on it was beautiful, and I actually know that this pattern was used by many potteries, but this particular one was made by Salisbury Bone China. Yeah, it's not something very valuable, but I'm planning a Christmas drop hopefully next month, and it would be nice to include it. And I actually have a few other Christmas mugs, but this one definitely deserves a spot in that Christmas drop as well. Oh, and it was £1. After that, I walked around without much success, but then I came across this yard sale that was actually a house clearance, and that house was beautiful, and you can imagine that the things that were for sale were beautiful as well. First, I saw a bin with pictures, so I thought I should go through them and see if there's any nice art, and the only one that caught my eye was this one. It's nothing too fancy, but I love the frame, and florals are usually nice. And then in a box I spotted these dogs. They are not in such good condition as the ones that I sold previously. One of them has a big chip at the back and a stain, and the other one has a crack at the back, and both of them have crazing and manufacturing imperfections in the glaze. But I think I will still make a profit on them. I asked that gentleman that was selling there how much he wanted for them, and he said 15. And then I asked him, what if I gather more and I make a bundle, can you make me a deal? And he said yes. So I put the dogs aside with the painting, and I went to look around a little more, and I found this in a box with brass items. I thought it was beautiful, and I think it would look nice on a wall. You already noticed I have a thing with the gallery walls and with random pieces that you can put in that gallery wall to make it more interesting. So I added it to the bundle, and this lamp. There were many lamps. It was hard to choose one of them. I didn't want to go overboard with them. With this one, I loved the brass base and the pink lampshade with the fringe. Is it called a fringe? It is dusty, but I can't see any stains or rips in it. I actually don't see any serious damage to it. And the cord is so long. It must be 5 meters or at least 3 meters long. So for this little bundle, the dogs, the painting, the lamp, and the brass musical ornament, he wanted £20 for all of those. So that was actually a very good deal, because I expected him to ask more. I expected maybe like 30, since he asked 15 for the dogs. I thought he would ask an extra 15 for the other 3 items. But I was wrong, and I'm glad. And then I was drawn back to that box with brass items, and I decided to buy it all if it was the reasonable price. And I asked him how much he wanted for the whole box, and he said £20. And yeah, that was good, very good actually. And I will show you what was in it. Some fire irons, I think they're called. I would call them fire tools. And I think they come from different sets, because only 2 of them have the same design on the handle, but they are very heavy and a fancy thing to have by a fireplace. There are also these things, which I think they are also for the fireplace, for the ash. I'm not sure. This little tray, it needs some polishing. This thing also for the fire. What is this? Is it like a candle snuffer? What do you think? Well, I will do some research on Google after I finish filming, but let me know what you think. This set of mini cups, this pair of ashtrays, and I actually have 4 more in the same design, or is it 6 more? I'm not sure, I forgot. So I will probably put them together and list them as a bigger set, or actually I'm not sure. Should I list them in pairs? Because maybe not everyone needs 6 ashtrays. And then some brass boots, 4 of them. These small horse brasses. One is a swan and 2 of them with horses. I'm planning to make Christmas ornaments with them. And another horse brass. I don't know what this is meant to be. It looks like a crescent moon, but it's in the wrong position. This thing, I don't know what it's meant to be. It kind of looks like a handle, but it can't be. It also looks like a bracelet. I don't know, do you have any idea? This trinket dish in the shape of a horseshoe and with a horse in the middle. I also don't know what this is. It looks like this. Could it be like an ashtray? It's very heavy and it has some engravings on the back. A chamber stick, beautiful. A small elephant. I have a few other small elephants, so maybe I'll make a set with them. A bell, which is actually not brass. And two more bells, but this one actually, I can't actually call it a bell because it doesn't have the thingy inside, but this one does. And I think it's made of copper or bronze. I think it's made of bronze. Then this thing, I don't know what it was meant to be. It has a hole on the back, so I suspect it's just a part of another piece. And this adorable ruler with those three iconic monkeys. Isn't it so nice? I think it serves as a handle. You put a ruler on something to measure, and yeah, it's just a handle, like a handle. Oh, and there was actually one more thing in that box with brass items, and it's this, I think it's a trivet for hot pots, even though it's quite large, isn't it? But maybe in the olden days they used bigger pots. I don't know. It is beautiful. It is heavy. So yeah, I bought all of that for £20. Let me know if you think it was a good deal, because I think it was. So I paid for these things, but at this point they were too many and too heavy, so I wasn't able to carry them to my car, which was a few roads away. I left them there and I got my car and I put them all in the car, and then I thought, well, I should have another look. Just a quick look. And I bought this beautiful copper vase. It's so tall. I like the design on it and the shape, and at a quick Google search I saw that they actually are worth something, and I paid £5 for it. So that was everything that I bought from this house clearance. There was so much more, but again, I felt overwhelmed with so much choice and so many decisions to make. There were beautiful plates and bowls and some teapots and all kind of things, really. Oh, there was a stool which was nice, but it was heavily stained, so I left that behind. I didn't really know what to leave behind and what to buy with me, so I decided to go with things that I know that they are more valuable. Plates don't sell for that much unless they are something really collectible, and these things, especially the brass, are so much easier to ship as well. So yeah, that's why I chose what I chose. Then I went to another house. They didn't really have much, but they had this beautiful, it's a light fixture actually. It's not even just a lampshade. It has the thing to put the light bulb inside there. It opens and you put the light bulb in there. It actually doesn't have the thing now because I asked my husband to check it to see if it actually works, so he had to take it out in order to do that. I paid £10 for it, so it wasn't that cheap, but I made a Google search and they are actually worth something. And it's very old. You can tell by the little dents that it has everywhere and by the look of the patina. I'm actually not sure if this is copper or brass. I think it looks like copper plated with brass. Is that a thing? Because in some places it looks very much like brass, but in other places it looks definitely like copper. And then the last two things I bought from a lady. One of them is this beautiful green transferware bowl with lid. It has some crazing on the bottom and some staining. I can't see any chips or cracks. I liked the color and the pattern and I paid £3 for it. And the last thing is this planter in the shape of a cauldron. This one was £1. It has a lot of patina, dirty patina. It has a dent and a crack in the same spot. I thought it was worth buying anyway. I love the little feet and the little handles, and maybe after I polish it, it looks prettier. What do you think? Would you have bought this? I think even for Halloween it would make a nice decoration. So that was everything that I found at this yard sale trail. If I had to pick a favorite, I think it would be this mirror and the lamp and the soap dish. Do you have any favorites? I realize that it's a lot of brass, so if you're not really into gold accents, there's not really much to choose from in this haul, but I would like to know anyway if anything caught your attention. And also if you know the uses of some of the brass things that I couldn't identify. I am always open to learn new things, especially in this domain. I will try to list them on the website by the time this video goes up, as usually. I may not list all the brass items just yet, and I also may not list the cherub wall shelves just yet. First I need to see if I can fix or mask the damage in some way, but most of them I will list, and I will add the links in the description down below. Also the links to my Instagram and my email address. That's where you can contact me if you see anything that you are interested in and you can't find it on the website. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!